What's up, what's up, what's up? Just the Vijip in the house. How y'all doing out there? It's maybe the second day of the new year. Right now I'm just cruising around and stuff, going to meet some friends and things like that. I'm on this bypass, which is really cool. Get me here and there really quick, you know, instead of taking that road that's over there. Anyway, for New Year's, like I said, I just slept in. No, I just chilled and stuff, you know. I was at home. I did want to do the countdown at home, but by the time I realized it was like 12:02 a.m. the next day, the next year. But it's all cool. So anyway, this year I'm really going to push on those Bitcoins, and it's, you know, what's really, I mean, that Bit Connect, because there are 4 of them, and I'll give you the links to the other ones later. But I mean, in this one, okay, you guys really need to jump on it. Okay, they got this one thing out here called Bitflyer. It's in the States, you know, and it's really easy to sign up and stuff. Binance and different things. I'll put those in the but it's I guess it's actually fun. I mean, you know, to buy coins. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to make some tutorial videos about how to sign up and stuff like that, and pretty much, you know, how to do it, because it really is simple. But they got these things like blockchains and stuff. Cause like I got some money, about $500 in limbo on the BitBlocks or blockchains and stuff. And of course, you know, one person in Canada, this one kid, white kid, 24 years dude, got money. He you know, he really helped me a lot by telling me a few things and stuff. We didn't really talk that much, but that long. But just a few things that he told me, it was like, wow. And then and so when I started looking into it a little more, I started seeing these coins that you can buy for such a cheap price, you know, and like, I mean, it's incredible. You know, you get like, there might be a coin that might cost like how can I say, 4 cents, but I guess it would be like 1,000th of a penny. I mean, no, 1,000 cents, you know, because 4 cents is 400s, right? 400s of a penny. I mean, not 400 of a penny, but yeah, 400s of a penny, right? Oh, no, wait. 400s of a, my math is messing with me. But anyway, you got 4 cents, right? You got to get to $1. So, yeah, it's 400. It's fourth of 100, or 4 of 100, right? Something like that. And anyway, or 104ths, that's what it is. And, so they might have some coins that might be 1,000ths. I mean, 1,000ths, 8 1,000ths and stuff like that. And so, I mean, let's imagine if you buy a coin that's 8 1,000ths of a penny. I mean, not of a penny, but of of 1 penny. No, not of a penny, but 8 1,000ths of a dollar. Then how many coins could you buy? You know, if you spent $20, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of coins. And then once it pop up to 100, I mean, let's say like you buy them, let's say a rough price of, let's say $10, and it's like one of them would be like 1/10,000th, 1/10,000th of a dollar or something like that, right? And then 1/10,000th of one, which would, you know, would be $1, right? So you would be able to buy it, let's say, like for $1, 1,000, $10, 10,000, I think, or something like that. So let's say you got 10,000 coins, right? Then that sucker jump up to $1. That's $10,000. If you jump up to $10, oh my God, that's, you know, that's some big money. So I'm just really excited about that. And it's almost like, of course you got to do the studying and stuff like that, you know, but I mean, it's just fun. I mean, it's just really interesting because it engages you, you know, with the mysteries of it and the possibilities of, you know, making money and stuff. Because actually, I bought some Naga coins, and I'll put that in the description too, and for $1. You know, when they were selling tokens or whatever before they went on exchange. And so my friend, he called me up one day at work. Yeah, he'd be online, and he's the one that really introduced me to what? Not Bitcoins, but what did he tell me? Oh, he's the one that introduced me to BitConnect, and so I'm on his team. So, but anyway, what's happening is I bought like $200 for $1, you know, which it wouldn't necessarily say it's expensive. I guess for me, I guess it would have been expensive in a way, you know, because I don't. Well, I guess it really isn't expensive, but when you can buy it for like 50 cents or 14 cents or 5 cents, you know, that's a really big difference, you know, as far as the quantity of coins. And so, you know, he sent me a message or something, said, hey, you know, the coins are at $5. You know, $5, what? Oh my God, you know, that's, you know, $100, what is it? Yeah, that's $1,000. So we could have cashed in right there, profited $800, bam, like that, turned around, went and bought some other coins and stuff, right? So we both of us just decided to wait, and so it dropped down. So hopefully it'll get up to like $50 or $100 one day, you know, and that'll be a lot of money and stuff, you know, 200 times 100, you know, wow, you know. So anyway, you know, that's cool. So, but anyway, you know, it's just the excitement of it, you know. So I'm going to do some tutoring about that. If you guys, there are a lot of guys out there, I'm sure, who are doing it. There are a lot of guys out there who are not doing it. If you're not doing it, you know, just, you know, I'm gonna do that. Right now, I'm going through the process of, you know, calling people one-on-one, trying to get them hooked up with their own Bitcoin exchange and stuff where they can buy Bitcoins and stuff like that. Also, getting them set up, you know, with different things, you know, so they can get started making this money, you know. And I know I have some friends that got some big money that can, you know, throw down, you know, some cash in it and stuff, you know, because I know they got money that they just wasting, and it's not really going anywhere. So you might as well just invest in the future and you know, be able to have some more money. Well, it looks like, oh, it's raining, so my car is dirty, so I don't have to worry about it being dirty. Yeah, because it's raining. Yeah, rain. You know, actually, I like the rain anyway. It's to me, it's a sign of rebirth. You know, what is it? Refreshness, birth, growth, reincarnation. That's reincarnation. I don't know, because I mean, if a tree loses all its leaves and then it rains and it grows, that's not reincarnation. But some birds get knocked out in the rain, you know, it rain on them, they wake up, you know, and stuff like that. So I'm not sure, but to me it's a sign of life, you know. That's really cool. But anyway, so I'm doing that. I want to do Patreon, and but my only thing about it is, like, before Tokyo Sam told me about it years ago. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was 4 years ago that he told me, maybe close to 5 or 4 years when it first came out. And so I didn't jump on it because I didn't really understand what it was about, because he said you can go on there and support your favorite sponsor, your favorite TV, I mean, you know, YouTube host or whatever, you know, whatever they're doing. And so I'm thinking, like, okay, but what it actually was is you can go have your own thing on there too and have people sponsor you, and, you know, just pay every month $1, $5 and stuff. And actually that money comes in good. So I went and checked on that, joint and stuff, but I never really did anything, you know, at first. And then about like a year or so later, he was telling me he was going to he started doing it. Oh man, it's crowded. I should have got off at this right here. I should have got off there. I wasn't even paying attention. Now I got this long line to wait. Wow, I wasn't paying attention. But anyway, so he told me about it, and so I went and I started writing. But it's weird because, I mean, I have all these things in my head. It's one thing. When I start to write, it just falls apart. It really is bad, you know. So maybe what I'm gonna have to do is just start. I don't know. I mean, it's like, I wouldn't say I'm the greatest writer, especially if you're in my line group, and all the typing mistakes I make, because I don't proofread at all. You know, I just type, punch, go, you know, and type, post, go, TPG. And and I make a lot of mistakes and stuff, So of course, when you're making those mistakes, because there are people in there, I think there is the highest degree that I know of that's in the group is a PhD. While it's snowing, you guys can see that. Wait, let's see. It is snowing. Today is the first day of snow, and you see those clouds up there. Those are snow clouds, and the police is right behind me. No, they're not. They're going down this bridge that I should have taken. But anyway, so when I start to write and stuff like that, it really is difficult for me to, how can I say that? For me to put my thought, I have my thoughts, but when you start writing, then, it go back to those English days, which really, I didn't really take any hard English class, English 101, because I messed the test. I messed up on the test, and I had to take algebra class because I messed up on the test, and I don't know, it was just interesting, because once you start getting these vocabularies and then you start understanding that, wow, that was word. But when you start to understand the vocabulary is a bunch of synonyms, and then you start putting these synonyms out, and you say, well, which synonym is more attractive than the other synonym based on the demographics of the people, or the educational level of the people that you may watch the videos and may want to read this, So of course, keeping it simple, but sometimes when you keep it simple, then keeping it simple, it ends up being a little wordy and stuff like that. And so I was like, wow, okay, So I don't know, it was just really interesting and stuff. But I did try it, and then it was like $1, thank you for this and that, and then $5 for this. And if you go to like $1, $5, $10, $20, $50, $100, $500, $100, $500, $1,000, and $1 million, something like that. I should put one on there, $1 million, right? And what would you do for $1 million? For $1 million, if someone gave me $1 million, I would probably quit. I would find somebody else to take over my other jobs. Probably, definitely do that. And I would just travel around the world with the person, and just, make things fun. That's what I would do. For $1 million, heck yeah. Travel around the world, try to engage in business, just learn different languages and make it real fun, so you can learn it and stuff, and just talk to all the beautiful women around the world, and all the wonderful men around the world, and all the fantastic children around the world, and look at all the plants and the trees, and the couples and dogs and animals playing together, and doing all kinds of stuff. And I would actually travel around the world, and I don't know for how long. I guess it would have to be at least a year. I guess probably longer than that, wouldn't matter, I don't know. But it would be cool, because when you have your iPhone or iPad or laptop, you can always make money on the go, at any time. And what's weird though is because when I was in LA, me and my friends, we used to always talk about money. Always talk about money. Always talk about the cash flow, and we always use digits. Always. And so I grew up like that, and so now, I hang around with these guys in their 30s and stuff like that, and, a lot of guys in their 20s. I don't really hang out with too many guys my age, because maybe one thing is my language, Japanese language, is bad, which this year I am really going to jump on it, and I'm just going to have to learn it, because I got a friend out in Tokyo, Martin, and, he was, with his wife and everything, and in such a short period, he learned a lot, but I guess he did what I did, just studied, his wife did teach him. My first Japanese wife didn't really teach me to talk, because she spoke some English and stuff, so we were able to do that. But I did learn a lot of words. I learned to read kanji, a lot of stuff, but because you didn't get a chance to speak, because everyone how can I say that? Because all my friends out in Nagoya were, they spoke, pretty much fluent English. I didn't have to use Japanese at all, so that was, I wouldn't say it was a bad thing, because when I did Kanawakiyama, I did have to use, wow, that is so cool. I guess that would be hell, since it's a little hard, but what was I gonna say? I did learn Japanese. I did kind of understand a little bit, but my whole problem was I didn't take the advice one of my friends told me. Out in I'll just call him Hashimoto-san, and well, yeah. And he, young guy, you know, real cool. My best friend. I talked about in my other videos. And he let me stay at his house for a month. And what he said he would do was he would just get a dictionary and just watch Japanese movies. And when he catch a word, he'll look it up and see how it is. And this dude is like perfect. I mean, like fluent in Japanese. Even though his one of his parents is Japanese, the other one is Spanish. You know, he spoke Spanish, of course. You know, but his Japanese wasn't that great when he first got here. But he studied, became fluent, and now, you know, I mean, just learning the language, the opportunities, you know, that the things that he was able to do with, you know, those two languages and stuff. And I was like, wow, you know. But anyway, it's interesting. But yeah, the Bitcoin stuff, it's just fun, just looking at them and looking at the prices going up and down and start imagining things. You know, it's like reading a book, but you know, the difference between a book is you can actually pretend like you're travel to those places and experience things like that. But when you're looking at the Bitcoins and you're looking at those prices and you just see them going up and down, and then you can start imagining things where you can actually go, you know, buy things and, you know, help other people. Because that's what I'm trying to do with my BitConnect, not necessarily. Of course, you know, I'm with the affiliates and stuff, you go to get money, but I'm actually out there calling my friends. You know, one of my friends, Mr. James, out there, wait, I think it's James, my friend James, yeah. He's like real cool, military friend. I mean, him talked the other day, you know, and of course I guess I'm my best quality, if someone say, what was your best quality? My best quality would be listening, you know, because I do listen to people. I gotta get gas. I do listen to people and stuff, you know, and I can sit and just listen for hours, you know, and take in everything they say, you know. And I got a friend always calling me from the United States, the Hakuin Inspiration guy, and, you know, he'd tell me his stories and stuff, you know. But my thing is, once I get to talking, I just, you know, in my mind, I keep saying, shut up, shut up, shut up. You know, just keep going and going. But I think that's just based on a little bit of time that we have, because a lot of people, when they're talking about things, because of my age, I'm 53, I'll be 54 soon, that I pretty much already understand, because, you know, I went through the same things. I got friends that are going through the same problems. Most of us aren't going through any problems that the normal person hasn't went through when I was young, you know. So the person talking about going to a club and somebody walking up to him because, you know, that guy's girl, you know, was smiling at him, you know, and he didn't know her, and he went and talked to her, you know, and then the dude get mad and come and talk, you know, and, you know, of course, you know, the situation is finished because, you know, he's calling me, evidently nothing didn't happen, but, you know, we'll talk about it. And so while he's telling me the story, you know, or the person is telling me whatever their story is, their girlfriend, whatever, and then it's to the point where, you know, telling the story is fun, or it does create excitement and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden, well, there's a Family Mart over there, and there's a Family Mart over here, and some people say it's weird, but it's good because the people who are on this side of the street is closer to them, and the people on this side of the street is closer to them. And if they had only just one store, then the ingredients would run out, you know, the commodities or whatever it is would run out fast, you know. And then plus, just imagine, all these people over here, they would have to go over there. But the problem is the street light. People don't like waiting. And then vice versa, the people over there would have to come over here, you know. So it's good to have the same, you know, the same kinds of stores in the same area. And actually, it's profitable. I think oh no, I'm going off story. But anyway, a lot of people, when they're talking and stuff, they really enjoy, they really get into the conversation, that they're doing a lot of repeating, and then they start adding, you know, things that didn't happen into it. Well, you know, he knows girls like this, so why didn't he do that? Why he even married a girl, and blah, blah, blah. He's so stupid. I wouldn't even be with a woman like that, and blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, I wouldn't be with a girl like that, you know, blah, blah. I wouldn't be with a guy like that, blah, blah, blah. They just go on and go on and go on, you know, like my videos, what I do. And then, But when I see that, then I'll stop them. You know, I'll say, hey, you know, what you did was the proper thing. You know, yeah, but why? I'm like, well, you know, that's, you know, it's people like that. You know, just a lot of people just don't think about their thinking and blah 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 blah. You know, going, but it's all cool. But actually, yeah, I'm just doing that. And you know, it's really interesting because the one thing now I want to talk about I wouldn't call it racism, you know, but it is a system, and the system is a system of I look at it as not a system of racism, but a system that that limits other people or other groups or individuals because you know, it's like, and the reason I'm saying other groups or even other individuals, I mean, I can, you know, maybe have some friends who may get together, you know, and we might be close, whatever, and they get together, but only them because they want to just do what they want to do, you know, and then later I find out and say, hey, why didn't you call me? You know, we just wanted us to hang around, you know, and when you hear that, you know, it's oh wow, that's so cool. I'm glad I saw that. It's a store cut, yes. Ooh. And you said, well, you know, it's just wanted to be us, you know, and because we're like this and blah blah, and of course it's true, it's okay because people can get together and do what they want, but you know, you're saying, wow, that's too bad, you know, I thought we were real close like that and everything, and it's not even about you being close with that group, but it's just that other people in those groups form different kinds of strings or relationships within a group, and it's not against you, it's not about anything bad about you or anything, it's just that maybe they're common, you know, like I got friends that are young and stuff, you know, and they get together and do the things they do. You know, I got some friends I hang out with, and when them two talking, of course I want to get in the conversation, but you know, I guess it must be an age thing where, you know, they're doing a lot of the talking and stuff, and of course, you know, now it seems like the younger guys feel more comfortable talking about their problems with younger guys than they do with the older guys, which in my days, of course, we know we did it with everyone, you know, but I don't know, it's just interesting though. So and those, yeah. So anyway, you know, that's what happened. I kind of got off point, but I like getting off point because I'm driving and I need something to keep me awake. But anyway, like I said, you know, this Bitcoin thing, you know, I'm just reaching out to people, my cousins and stuff. I need to get a really bigger forum. But oh yeah, so anyway, I don't really call it racism and stuff like that. You know, I just call it a system of just limiting people so that these other groups can take advantage, so that they can move up. You know, and a lot of course, you know, I would have a lot of disagreement. You know, a lot of people not agreeing with what I'm saying or what I'm thinking or anything like that, and that's fine because, you know, that's the way it is. But anyway, how can I say it? I wonder if I should go straight. This one road that says I go straight, she's really cool. I should have went the other way because, you know what I hate when I do is when I go down these little roads, because this road is going to go to a certain stop spot and it's going to stop, and then I'm like going a little too fast. Okay, so anyway, I don't look at it like that, you know. And so when I'm out here doing this Bitcoins, I'm calling my cousins and, you know, people that are like in their 40s and stuff. You know, I talked to this one homie, you know, it's a YouTube friend. He's one of my Facebook friends. You know, we talk, because I talk to a lot of people. And when I told him about it, you know, I guess he watched the videos, and of course I'm talking about these numbers. And then when you get a lot of people who don't follow the numbers, you know, it's kind of difficult and stuff. So of course I'm calling it, whoa, this is not cool, this road is getting thinner, my car is like making all these noises and stuff. I'm gonna have to get a new car. I have to get some money, get rid of this, I guess. I don't want to get rid of this car because of all the memories and stuff like that, because like if I get a new car, that'll be cool and stuff, but then, you know, I don't know. But actually, there's really nothing wrong with this car. So, oh boy, I'm going straight again. hopefully I'm cool. Well, see what I like doing, even when I'm walking with my bike, I like going down these streets because this is the real Japan. You know, you get to see these nice homes and stuff, and you get to see how it is and stuff. You know, this is Japan. So it's okay. This says if I keep straight, I got a main road that I can go on, which will take me to the same road as this road, but that road is really thin. Gosh, I wish I could have showed it to you because it is very narrow. Let's see. So it's this road I can take because this road is much more. It's much more. Oh man, what's on the other side? Because I can take the street. Go this way. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I like looking at this, because this is the real Japan. If you get married to a Japanese woman and you end up coming, you have all your, especially if you meet them and stuff, and then all of a sudden you come over here and they live in their homes like this or apartments like, that, or sometimes there's some really nice apartments. And just because the homes, I mean, like you see the house right there, then the car right there, it's a nice car, out here, it's a, I forgot what, a Harrier or something like that. But it's interesting because no matter what the house look like on the inside, whatever car they have, nice cars or whatever, a lot of these people out here are pretty much financially doing well, and you would never know. I mean, unless they told you otherwise, you would not know. Okay, so I am almost near Wrinkle Town. It says I can keep straight. Okay, this is where I'm going, taking this road right up here. So that's cool, because the other road actually might be crowded. It might not be crowded, but I don't have to take that chance. So I can just go on and take this road, take the scenic route, what I call it, and stuff like that. The old lady walking. But anyway, you never know where, what kind of home that she's going to be in or whatever. This dude stops like right in the middle of the street and then turns on his flashing lights, his emergency lights. I'm like, but that still was funny. Ooh, looking at the car. But anyway, and another thing too, a lot of people around here, they got these drift cars, and some of them leave them abandoned and stuff, some of them just sitting around, and it's a trip. But yeah, you come out here and your girl might live in one of these kind of homes and stuff, but just because the home look like whatever it looks like, and however you may accept it as being antique or beautiful, based on you living in your neighborhood, you're like, it's my neighborhood, which a lot of these people out here, I wouldn't say these people, but a lot of people out here, or a lot of people anywhere in their own place, I was like, it's whatever, because they're already used to it and stuff like that. But just because it looks like this doesn't mean that they got money. Money doesn't, because a lot of people out here really don't show off, unless you go into town and stuff, but they do dress nice, and the clothes they dress do look really nice, and at the same time, you never know how much they paid. They could have paid a lot of money for it. They could have gotten it for cheap or whatever, gotten it online, whatever, so it's just all interesting. But to get back to my point about Bitcoins, like I reach out and I talk to a lot of people, and you start talking about these numbers and stuff like that, and a lot of people get confused. It was funny because I got in this situation where I was talking to a friend about it, and then he was like, well, okay, well, just tell me the result. So I was like, okay, well, $100,000, no, I said $20,000, you'll make $20,000, I think, or what was it, $8,000, you'll profit $4,000 or whatever. No, I think it said, how did I say that? You would get $10,000, I think, in 4 months, or $15,000 in 4 months, something like that. And then he was like, okay, give me the numbers. And I was like, oh my God, it's 1% of this, 1% of that, 1% of that. I got on the calculator and started doing it. And then he started like, oh, wait a minute, it's just like all these numbers or something like that. And I started laughing, and he was like, what's funny? I said, it's funny because a lot of people don't really want to get into the, oh man, I know I messed up and went the wrong way. Gosh. Okay, so the best thing for me to do would be go to the right. And I hope that's the street I gotta go on. I am like way. Oh my god. Gosh. I should have went the other way. But oh well. I ain't gonna worry about it. So I'm going on this one street that's gonna take me back to where I need to go. But it's cool. Now, it's this, okay, where I made that right turn at a long time ago, way in the back. Really was there's at the next light, actually, after that, it usually clears up. I do not know why that street is just so crowded at that light. And then after that, it just clears up. But I think what it is because when it's red, there are a lot of people that's not turning, either left or right from the perpendicular streets and stuff that it crosses and stuff. So I don't know, it's just weird, but I like to keep moving, because the human body is not made to stand still. It's made to move constantly and stuff. But anyway, we was doing the numbers and stuff. So then when I started telling him, with the computers and doing the 1%, and he's like, oh, that's too much. I can't keep up with the numbers and this. And I'm like, listen, just, and I said, well, he said, I'll forget it. And I started off, he said, it was funny. I said, it's funny because when you want to learn something, or people want to learn something, there's a step from A to Z. And a lot of people hear the A, but they don't want to hear the B to the Y. They just want to jump to the Z. So then when you jump to the Z, because they don't understand the steps, that they don't understand the methods or whatever, the reasons or the hows, the if, ands, or whats and buts and all of that stuff that comes with the that are incorporated in the B to the Y, then they just all of a sudden say, well, I don't want to know anything. And it's like, well, why are you saying you don't want to know anything? Well, it's just too difficult. I'm like, what's difficult? What you just said. And I'm like, listen, I told you I want to tell you from A to B, A to Z. You don't want to hear it, because when you hear it from A to Z in your mind, you're creating the story yourself, And then when you create that story, then you're just getting tired, not because of what I might say or may not say. You're just getting tired because you're just how can I say that? A good way to say that. I think I just went in a big old circle for no reason. But you're just getting tired because of what you're thinking about it, and you're guessing. So you're saying forget it. You don't want to know it. But what don't you want to know? You want to know what what you thought. Well, you can't not know what you thought, because that's what you thought and you already know it. But it's your thinking that makes you tired. And actually, you guys think about it. A lot of times that you get tired, and say, I don't feel like doing this, I don't feel like doing that. It's not that you don't feel like doing this, that you're thinking, and what a lot of people don't know is that thinking actually uses up a lot of energy. I mean, gosh, I hope this is cool. Yeah. Hopefully I'm going back the right way, because I'm all going in circles and stuff. But thinking actually tires you out. A lot of people really don't understand it, And so a lot of times, like me and my friend Martin, he came down to Osaka. We were at a stoplight, and the stoplight is kind of long, because we're on a major thoroughpass and all that stuff. And so they always Chikatetsu, downstairs, in the station. And I said, hey, let's just walk down the stairs, go across and walk back up the stairs. And so he thought about it. I saw him thinking about it. He said, no, it's okay. And I started laughing. He said, what? And I said, I saw you doing the calculations. And he said, what do you mean? And then he started laughing. Yeah, I know I did. And I told him that see, your girl might even live in a house like that. But anyway, or in homes like that, But anyway, what happened was, oh my gosh, I hope I'm going the right way. Oh, okay, I know what this is, because actually what I want to do is come over in this area. And I did drive over here a long time ago and see if I could get some kids, to teach. But that was like 10 years ago, so probably everyone all big and stuff, But anyway, I wouldn't say big, but older and stuff. But anyway, So what happened was, like, yeah, I saw you do the calculations. You know, he said, yeah, I did do the calculation going downstairs. You know, what's funny about doing the calculations, you know, he said going downstairs and crossing over and then coming back up the stairs, you know, it's tiring and stuff. And I just started laughing. I said, well, he was like, what? I said, you know, it's funny because if you actually, because I saw you do the calculations, because when you think about walking down the stairs, then you got to think about the pressures and the you know, the amount of speed you have to do, then you got to turn and all the energy that you're exerting and stuff. And while you're thinking about it, you know, instead of just thinking about it, you're actually involving your emotions, your hormones, you know, and then when your hormones flowing through your body, it puts a lot of stress, wear and tear on your body, and you get tired, you know. And I said, it's funny because you did that calculations, and just because of your thinking, you made yourself tired. He started, oh my God, he did do the calculations, and so, oh my God. And I said, see, that's the whole thing, you know, when I talk about my PDL vision, processing, encoding, delivery, execution, and override videos, when I talk about the mind, brain, and hormones in the body and stuff. And it was funny though. But I said, isn't it weird though? You just think about something, and just the thinking just, you know, make you just say no, you know, because you're just tired and stuff. So when I was talking about the numbers and stuff, the you know, my friends and different people I talked to, they said, oh, you know, the numbers it was just too much, overwhelming for me, you know. And it wasn't the numbers that were overwhelming, it was just, you know, them thinking about it and stuff, you know. And it was really interesting. Wow, the rain came, got my car all wet, got my car all dirty. Well, actually, it's camouflage. So now, while I'm driving down the street, people don't say, hey, man, that dude lazy for not even washing his car. And they're like, oh, wow, he came from a place where it was raining. You know, but it's all cool. But yeah, it's really interesting. So, yeah, there are a lot of people out there who don't really understand about this stuff because they don't really get the training, or someone really didn't sit down and talk to them, or even, like I tell some people, hey, just sign up. You know, and they're like, okay, I will, and they put it off because they think about signing up, going online, doing this, gotta do that, and by the time they finish thinking about everything, they don't wear themselves out, you know, just because of the energy that you have to use to think, you know, and to really understand, and you know, do you feel me, man? Just that feeling, is that, do you feel me? Right, that just tires you out, you know. So I guess that's, you know, when they have these sages and these monks and these wise men that just sit around and just meditate. You know, I think I made a video about that. Meditation is when you think about ideas, but you don't incorporate the feelings, you don't animate it, you know. And pretty much that's all meditation is, you know, sit still. Because I don't know if it's good or bad, but you do get a chance to, wow, look how empty this is. You don't get a chance, it just actually just takes the exhaustion away when you meditate, you know. And so it's interesting. But anyway, I'm going to have to go soon because I gotta find parking, because I'm gonna come over here and chill for a little bit or whatever. But I'll make another part, continue this, hopefully. I always say I do, sometimes I don't, but you guys have to remind me. But yeah, if you guys really want to get into it, this big connected stuff, you know, it's the link is in my comments. I'm going to continue to talk about this because I can talk about the women, you know, and that's fine because I'm going to talk about them too because I love women. But it's this money thing, because a lot of people out there, you know, they are really struggling with, you know, their bills, and you don't have to, especially with this cryptocurrency age, you know. And they got, you know, people are out there just, you know, I guess they're providing ways for people to make money by, you know, they want to get money too, so they're providing ways for other people to make money by creating platforms where people can support them, which in turn will turn around and reward you at the same time, you know. So don't be afraid, get into it. Please call me and let me know. And I'm new at this, but you know, I have at least the knowledge that I have is enough to get you started, you know. And then once you start getting into it, you know, of course your own wisdom, intelligence, drive is going to propel you each day, each second, and higher and more thorough understanding type of a level, an adventure. So it's fun. But anyway, this is Nico Town. This park I used to come over here a lot. Sometimes with my kids, sometimes just by myself. But anyway, I'm gonna go, and I'll talk to you later. Probably on the way home, I'll make another video. All right, I'm out. Peace.